Now that we're through a bulk of training camp, how do you think you've been adapting to this offense?
I think well. It's just reps. This is something they've been doing for a while together. So with Doris and Josh, even Matt sometimes talk about something that they've done before. Hey, let's do it like this, like this. I'm kind of playing catch up in a lot of those things. But banking reps and then banking reps watching what Josh is doing, what he's telling guys, how he's doing it. Those are all very important things and things you need in training camp to get everybody on the same page and see defenses, see routes, see how guys are in and out of breaks, see all those the same way, see all those things the same way, and it's important, and it's going really well.
Josh has the established relationship with Ken as his quarterbacks coach. Now that he's the offensive coordinator, what's your sense, maybe coming in from the outside, of what the level of communication is in the play calling department? How is that transition going from where you sit?
I mean, I think it's as good of a relationship and communication, seeing the field the same way, knowing the play caller's intent. With those two guys, it's as good as I've ever been around. It's impressive to know the confidence that Dorsey has in Josh, the confidence Josh has in the play call, but then also being able to see something. Hey, I see it this way. I'm going to change it up. I'm going to do this. It's really cool. It's fun to watch. Cool to be behind the scenes and get to see what's really going on.
How was it for you working with Ken?
It's great. It's really good. We see it a lot of the same ways. We have some differences in background and just kind of different schemes and how we've done things before. But this I've told him I'm fully converted. I love what they got going on, and it's really cool. And I'm definitely all in, and I love it. It's a great offense. It's a great operation, just the way things are going. And I love it. I'm all in.
How does it work for you? You're a competitive guy. You've earned starting jobs. You've played playoffs. You come here. It's established. I mean, Josh is the quarterback. So what's your mind coming in here, and how has that adapting to knowing your role, I guess, coming in and still keeping that competitive nature worked for you this year?
Yeah, I've always treated my job as being ready to play, being ready to go out and get first downs, turn them into drives, give them touchdowns, and win games. So that's how I prepare, no matter what. I think I've been in almost every situation you can be in, competing for a third, wound up starting a full year, being the franchise guy, being a backup, getting pulled in for a couple games and back out. So I've been kind of all over the place when it comes to a lot of that. For me, I'm trying to get myself to where I'll be able to drive this really cool sports car that Josh is driving right now. If something happens, maybe his shoelace, comes untied or something. I love Buffalo, man. This place is awesome. Are you kidding me? These guys are crazy, and it's cool. But yeah, it's like a sports car. I'm trying to get to where I can drive it a little bit and then hand the keys back over if needed be.
In some pretty rabid fan bases, Minnesota, Cleveland. This is happening here. You saw Friday night what it was like. You saw the softball game. It's like, what's that been like for you to kind of experience Bills Mafia?
I mean, it's unlike anything I've ever been around. It's awesome. Just like the offense, fully in. I mean, I'm fully in Buffalo as well. We love it. We love being there in Orchard Park. I'm full on the blue cheese train as well. I mean, I'm all about it, man. So it's been great. The reception has been tremendous. These fans are passionate. They care. And I can't wait for a game experience. I have been here, I've played here, but to be a part of wearing Bill's colors will be special.
How do you think Stefon has matured? Maybe not even on the field and maybe off of it, from your time together in Minnesota to now, because he came here with a rep, and at least it appears anything but since.
Yeah, I mean he's Steph. He's still my guy. I think for the first month we would see each other and kind of be like, it's kind of weird. Like we're back together. We had such a cool time in Minnesota. But yeah, to see him, the growth he's had, on and off the field as a leader, as a person. It's really cool to see. He's big time, and he's doing all the right things on and off the field. So I'm proud of him and excited to play with him again.
What is the biggest difference that you notice in Steph off the field? Is it being more of a leader? Is it what stands out the most?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something silly, but I don't know. Ask me later.
If I'm right, I think you were in Minnesota for Dalvin's rookie year. Mm-hmm. Now James, rookie year here, right? I mean, you don't always compare guys, but even personalities, anything like strike you between the two, the way they play, anything?
They're very similar. And you see flashes of it. It's hard when we haven't had too many live reps of just kind of running in the zone, the back cuts, the hitting powers backside, the pin and pull type stuff. But there are some flashes of Dalvin there that I definitely see in James, and to see him out of the backfield too, catching the ball. I think he's got he's got a little something to him, and I'm excited to be able to show what he can do.
As Jameson's kind of getting ramped back up here after missing the early part of camp, you've worked a lot with him.
Mm-hmm.
What can you say about him as a receiver? Matt joked that he's a salty vet. What's he like in the huddle, and what does he offer to a quarterback?
The thing I like about Jameson, I know he's a little banged up early, but man, he is Mr. Consistent. He's going to be where he's supposed to be when he's supposed to be there, and when he's not, we talk about it in the meeting room and we learn from it, and he's got it. That's what practices are for. That's what training camps are for. If we were out here doing perfect, making every great read and great route and great catch, why are we even doing it? So I think. Being able to work through some of those tough looks, hard pressures or coverages that our defense gives us, being able to work through those and talk through them and be on the same page, just like we talked about with Dorsey and Joe and Josh and Matt. The receivers are an extension of that because we give them so much freedom to do a lot of stuff. So, he has jumped right in and hadn't missed a beat. Mr. Consistent, that's what he'll be throughout the year, I guarantee it.
Hodgins had a really nice catch today on a ball from you. What have you seen from him? And he's kind of a younger guy, sort of trying to find his way a little bit in the NFL. Just what has stood out about his camp to you?
I thought he's had a very, very solid camp. I'm really excited to throw to him in the preseason. I hope I get to. He's a guy I know a little bit about his story the last couple of years, not more personal than it is what he's gone through. I know it's been some injuries and stuff, but man, he's solid. I have the utmost faith in him, looking out and seeing. As a quarterback, I always say you look out at your receivers and you get this little tingly feeling with guys that you want to throw the ball to, and he's one of those guys. I get the tingly feeling.
You said that when you said you told Dorsey you were fully converted to what he's doing, how quickly was that once you got here?
It's like I say, it's reps. The more reps I've gotten, the more comfortable I've gotten. They put us in really tough situations here at practice. Sean does a great job of creating situations where we have to overcome a lot. So, making practice so hard, some of those, scrimmage-like, game-like situations where you're just in a rhythm, you're rolling, you're operating. But it's gotten better every day. Some days, you learn a lot. Some days you're learning a little, but every day you're just stacking up days and keeping building. So today I feel better than I did yesterday, and hopefully tomorrow I feel better than I did today. So continuing to stack those days up has been really important.
As a guy who's willing to dress up as a fan and get autographs and be quarterback yourself, how much fun and how easy has it been for you to fit into that room personality-wise when the starters, Mr. Practical Joke of this team to begin with?
Josh? Yeah. Mr. Practical Joke or Mr. Maturity? No, it's awesome. I'm having so much fun playing football right now. I know training camps. This is my 11th NFL training camp. And you never know when it's going to be your last, but, man, I'm enjoying the heck out of it right now. That quarterback room, it's incredible. I'm having so much fun. I was trying to think of how to get Josh somehow, some way. I got just about everybody else. Josh figured it out pretty quick. Yeah, it's a lot of fun playing football, and it's fun playing with those guys.
Case, just like you've been stacking reps, Ken Dorsey is doing the same thing. So in the call-it periods of practices, how do you think he's been doing?
It's great. I mean, I'll say as a quarterback, and I'm sure he would say the same thing. As a quarterback, I come off of every practice, every scrimmage, every game with like 2 or 3 I want back. You hope they're just balls maybe you missed on the right side, or maybe something happened to protection that worked out. But every game you want some back, and I'm sure he's the same way. But he has done really well. It's like you said, we're trying to see everything the same way, and then go back in the film room and talk about it and learn from it and grow and move on. So I think he's doing a great job.
How special is it being here than any other previous teams that you played?
There's a different feel, here. The offense is special. They're doing stuff here that nobody else is doing, and that's pretty cool to be a part of. And 17 is a big reason for that. So, I'm enjoying being a part of it. Trying to add as much as I can. My experiences, my things that I've done and been a part of and done well. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay, so do you think that for the younger guys not having the hitting and the extra preseason games, since you played 11 years, do you think the guys does it hurt the younger guys by not having more time?
Yes and no. There are a lot of reps. I still think the percentages of the reps, I think teams are still getting smarter with their starters. So I think the young guys still are getting a bunch of reps. Sean and his staff, they're doing a great job of splitting up reps, and even towards the end of practice, letting some of us go and get some reps with the younger guys, development periods. So that's kind of been the name of the league for since I've been in it forever, is if you're young, you're not going to get many reps. As a backup during the season, I've played games where I haven't practiced a actual play that we ran ever, or I just sat in the back and watched it, maybe pretended to do it on my own. So that's, as a young player, you have to learn how to play without many reps in practice sometimes. So that's just kind of how it goes.
How was Ken Dorsey able to create, just be innovative with the different variations with personnel movements?
He's smart as heck, man. I think his call sheet, man, it's like a beautiful mind, man. He's got it up there, and like I said, we're still trying to see it the same way on every page. But man, he does a great job of getting guys lined up for not only the best play possible, but for the best matchups possible. And I think going forward, as we start scheming and game planning, I'm really excited to see what comes down the pipe.